The PI TimeRange Web part is used to assign certain start time and end times to different objects. Now by default it's going to be assigning start and end time to all the trends on the display, and those are just kind of implicit connections. You can explicitly make connections to other web parts as well, as we're going to demonstrate later in the class. So let me go ahead and add one of these web parts. I'll go ahead and choose, actually let me put this in a different place. I'll put it right in this zone here. It's going to be the PI TimeRange. There it is. And I'll put that down at the bottom, close to our trend. As you can see, it ends up going to the top of that zone, but I can always just pick that up, move it down to where I need it. There we go. So I haven't configured anything yet, and I really don't need to configure anything at this point because that implicit connection works just fine. I'll go ahead and exit out of edit mode. The implicit connection is to the PI trend. So watch what happens if I just go here and start scrolling backward and forward in time. As you can see, the PI trend is updating to reflect what's on that PI time range. Now in addition, you can just of course type things in here. If I just want to go back 7 days, asterisk minus 7 days for the start time, and then for the end time I'll choose asterisk. I'll choose apply. That's going to go back, change that. There we go. Change that right there, the trend. Or I can just use this calendar. So here it is, the 15th. I'll say let's go from the 13th to the 15th. I'll choose apply. We see this updates. Now the implicit connection extends to the PI time series as well. So all those changes that we were seeing, these changes that as we scroll back we see different data show up in the trend. You'll see that that's going to affect what we see in this time span over here. Notice we're going backward in time for that. So those are two implicit connections that you can make with the time series. Now later on through web part connections, if you want to attach this to other web parts, you can do that. But that's the default behavior. The default behavior is that for the trends and for this PI time series, anything that you put in here is going to affect the rest of those. Now remember, that does not change the configuration. I just changed this to asterisk minus 1 day. But if I were to revert this back to the saved, all the configured defaults, you'll notice this will just go back to however this was originally configured in the builder screen. One more minor point, you can use, of course, any PI or any time syntax that you want, either the PI time syntax or if I want to use Windows syntax, that's fine as well.